Hey parents, I wanted to start off just by apologizing again for the technical difficulties last night. I got a message from some of you that you were receiving a message saying waiting for the host, and on my end it was saying host unavailable and also that it was unauthorized. So I don't know if Zoom was having a problem or if I was having a problem, but I just decided to scratch that and just send you a message this way. So bear with me for about the next 8 or 9 minutes here while I walk you through what things are going to look like taking us up through Christmas break and then when we return. First of all, thanks to everybody who has already signed up with the Sign Up Genius link to bring your kids in to let them get some learning done in our classroom. We are able to bring kids in one-on-one or in small groups, so you'll see both of those options on the Zoom link. And just so you kind of understand our thought process here in kindergarten, when you bring your kids in, they will be working with me and I will be teaching them everything that you would be responsible for on the learning calendar at home. So if you sign them up to come in once every day, then we will complete everything for the week together and you won't have anything that you'll need to do with them at home except for the 2 seesaw activities that I'm going to push out each day. So if you only come in 2 days, then we'll get 2 days worth of work done and you'll just have 1 day to complete on your own. So I would really encourage you, if it's possible, to sign up for a slot to get your kids into the classroom with me. I would love to see them every day for 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. If there's a slot that is filled that only works for you, let me know. We can work it out. If something isn't working and you need me to add a time, I'm more than happy to do that and work around, moving my lunch time to a different part of the day. So I'm totally flexible to do whatever I can to get your kids into the classroom as much as possible so that they're still getting instruction from me and alleviating a lot of what you have to do at home. I know parents are busy with work and limited devices and siblings and things like that. So as much as I can do to help with that, I'm willing to do over the next 3 weeks. So if they, I will look at what they're scheduled for the week on the Sign Up Genius, and then when they come in with me, I'll send home whatever they're going to need to complete at home. If they are not coming in at all, and either you choose not to sign up for in-person or Zoom, I will be emailing you a packet of things that you'll be having to print out on your own and then complete with your child on your own each week. If you are signing up for Zoom sessions, then I'll try and have most of the work able for us to do on a Zoom. There may be something I might need you to prep ahead of time, but if so, I'll definitely let you know that. So that's how that's going to work. Also, if you can sign them up to come in, that will help me let them get their Christmas present made for you that we would normally make in kindergarten, and it's probably something you don't want to miss. So that's another thing that we'll be doing during our in-person time at school. So if you're a little leery about having them come in or aren't quite sure how to make it work, if you could at least get one session figured out so that we could get that Christmas present done for you, I'd appreciate it. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was what it's going to look like when we come back from school. So as Mr. Reedy said, we will be returning to school on January 5th, but it will be full remote. And that week, we will not be having kids into the school. He set aside that week for everybody to be fully remote. We will still be teaching through Zoom. But we want to keep everybody at home for a little bit of extra kind of isolation quarantine type time after the holidays. If we extend the remote past the first week of January, then I'll go back to offering these in-school sessions with individual or small group times. That's not a decision that I'm going to make until after the new year though. The other thing that I wanted to remind you about was if you haven't ordered a book from the book order yet that I emailed yesterday, please try and do that by Friday so that I can get everything finalized and ordered and returned on time. If you're unsure of whether or not you can order a book or aren't sure how, just let me know. Parents have offered to order some extras, which has been helpful. That way everybody can have a book to open when we do our virtual Christmas party on Friday, December 18th. I wanted to get that date to you ahead of time, Friday, December 18th at 10 o'clock. We will have a PJ's Zoom Christmas party where the kids will be mailed a package from me and we'll open it at the Christmas party on Zoom, and they'll wear their pajamas and we'll have some fun activities planned. That's where the book exchange comes into. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Each day I will push out 2 activities on Seesaw. These will be essential for you to complete with your child in a timely manner. I can't stress enough the importance of the things that I'm pushing out onto Seesaw. We have really tried to streamline what we're sending you to do at home to make it align to what we're working on in school, and not a lot of extra work, not a lot of fluff. So the things that I put out on Seesaw each day, it'll be a language and then a math. And it'll be maintenance, review, things that they need to work on. So please see to it that your child somehow is completing 2 Seesaw activities each day. So by the end of the week, they'll have everything finished. This also helps me be able to manage it on my end. So that each day I only have 30 Seesaw posts to check if everybody does 2 each day, as opposed to waiting until the end of the week, where everyone would have 10 times 15 kids, then I'm trying to check 150 Seesaw posts. So if you could please be sure to get your kid on and make sure that they're getting those 2 Seesaw activities that I push out each day completed. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was working with your child while they're writing. And I want to show you real quick what I mean about letting them do the spelling. So in kindergarten, we are learning how to use the sounds of our letters to put them together to write words. We do not spell things correctly. Sometimes we do, but that's not our goal. Our goal is not to have 100% accurate spelling like on a spelling test. We want to have 100% accurate sounds to go with the letters of the word when we say the word. So for example, if your child is trying to write the word card, we say the word 3 times, emphasizing that beginning sound. Card, card, card. What do you hear? And hopefully they're going to say C or K. If they say C, you say good job, write it down. If they say K, you also say good job, write it down, because they know that both of those letters make the sound. Now, some of them are getting smart enough to know that it's usually only one of those, so they will ask, is it a C or a K? In that case, please tell them, because that tells me that they're ready to start thinking in a broader spectrum about their language and their writing. So let's say I think it's a C, so I write down a C. Then we go back to our word and we do what we call stretch it out. So we say the word again. Car. What do you hear? R. Good, write it down. Then we have to get to the end of the word. Card. Card. What do you hear? D. Good, write it down. So if they spell card like this, they did their job perfectly. But I also want you to know that if they spell card like this, ard, and they only get the beginning sound and the ending sound, that is also perfect. Please don't push them to do more than what they're ready for. Beginning and ending sound is what we want right now. Middle sounds are fantastic, but not, we haven't taught that yet. So we haven't really emphasized the middle sound of a word. So you want them to get as many sounds as they can hear and not tell them how to spell it, because then they're not learning how to put the sounds associated, or put the letters down associated with the sounds that they hear, and making that connection between letters and sounds and writing and words. Now, I will say this, if they're trying to spell the word card and you say card and they say P, please correct them, but help them to understand why it's not a P. So don't just say, no, it's not P, it's C. Say P says pa. Is our word pard? No, our word is card. So we need a C, not a P. So I really hope I don't see 100% correctly spelled words in your child's writing over the next few weeks. I want to see their inventive, brave spelling. So we call it brave spelling. You have to be brave and you have to try your hardest, sound it out, and use your sounds. So the thing that I don't want you to do is just tell them how to spell it so that it looks good. I don't expect to see perfect spelling. And if you do that, then they're not learning. So it takes a little more time, but it's definitely worth it. If you have any questions along the way, please let me know. Like I said, I'll send out the sign up link. I'll probably send out next week's link on Thursday for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday signups. And then on Thursday of next week, I'll send out a link for the following week. And that week we will only do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because Friday will be our virtual PJ's Zoom party. So thanks for listening. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Please keep up on your work and try and get your kids signed up to come in for some in-person sessions.